Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George here, and today I have the pleasure of going through the 2024 Subaru Solterra base model with you. So this is the entry-level Solterra. Of course, being a Subaru, it's all-wheel drive. They don't make a front-wheel drive version, and it's still very well equipped for Subaru's first full EV. It's built in combination with the Toyota BZ4X. So if you guys are doing any research comparing and you're comparing versus the Toyota, it's going to be very, very similar. Up front, sensors galore. We've got 4 front sensors, and they'll tell you when you're starting to get close to things, which is really nice. The headlights are absolutely fantastic. They're ridiculously bright. And this is in the galactic black. And that hides the cladding that you have around the wheel arches along the bottom, which some people don't like. I like it, I think it looks great. We get 18-inch steel wheels with hubcaps on these, but they're 18-inch, of course, EV-rated tires, which means low rolling resistance, which means you're gonna go further. Now, something that I really like about the Solterra, and this is, again, in the base model, the passenger seat is height adjustable, which is phenomenal because I find that lots of passenger seats either sit way too low or way too high. It is a manual seat, regular seat back, regular bar for moving fore and aft, which is normal. But yeah, the fact it's height adjustable, something that if you're buying a vehicle and your passengers are important to you, or you're ever gonna be a passenger in your own vehicle, I think that that's something that you may want to consider. Of course, we have those low profile roof racks at the top there, and they are the Toyota style where these caps pop off. Of course, I'm not actually doing that. It's a lot easier with a flathead screwdriver or something. And you get roof bars, crossbars that bolt into this. So very, very secure. And we've got the fastback style hatch on the Solterra, head or tail lights that wrap around. 3 EV badges on the outside, and of course, backup sensors integrated into the rear bumper and I guess technically the rear quarter panel as well. Right between these 2 stars, little rubber switch. You press it and it unlocks, and we get the back of the Solterra. This one happens to have the cargo tray in it. This is the charger that it comes with, and for the 24s, nice improvement. It comes with the ability to plug it directly into a 240 volt charger, so you actually get a level 2 charger with it in addition to the regular house plug. This is the front plate bracket. We don't pre-install them here in case someone doesn't want it. This one has the cargo tray, Solterra cargo tray, and you can see it sitting a little bit lower there. That's because this floor underneath here, it's adjustable. So, and of course, it's always easier to do when you're not holding a camera, but you can adjust this floor to sit slightly higher, but again, it was sitting a little bit lower. I guess it'd be easier if this wasn't here, weighing it down. But you can lower it if you have to fit taller pieces of cargo or anything like that in. You can kind of see the slots that they sit on, and then it sits much more evenly. Now, I did actually get asked this quite a bit. Spare tire. Well, in the Solterra, and most EVs for that matter, it's a fix-a-flat kit, and access to that is behind there, and you've got your compressor and your can of goop. There is a place to put a jack in there. You can get an accessory jack for the Solterra, as well as the other tools, the lug wrench and everything, but it just comes with a fix-a-flat kit. Most EVs do. Weight savings. We've got an LED cargo light, and these seats do go virtually flat if you need to increase storage, which is very nice. Easy close hatch. Second row. When the seats are upright, you've actually got really good passenger room. You've got good headroom, you've got good legroom. I'm a bigger guy. I fit comfortably in the second row of a Solterra. And being the entry level, it's the dark gray / black cloth. We do have a fold down armrest with integrated cup holders and media storage. Vents out of the center console, in addition to 2 USB ports, keep everyone connected on those longer trips and keep them comfortable temperature wise. We have map back pockets on both sides. Easy access to the latch system, the lower anchors and tethers for children. Then the door card, soft touch door card, soft touch armrest. couple bottle holders down there, and if you need it, child lock. Now, it is a proximity key. You don't have to take the key out of your purse, your pocket. It just needs to be on your person. You do have the buttons. You can pre-climatize it, but all you do is walk up, put your hand in the handle, it'll unlock. Front door card looks very similar to that of the rear in regards to the soft touch materials. We've got our power window locks, window lock itself, regular lock, power mirror adjustment, a little bit different storage, but still very similar storage. And the seating material is the same up front as it is in the second row. It's that dark gray / black cloth. Driver's side is, of course, height adjustable, just like the passenger side. Now, before we go inside, I'll show you under the hood. It is not a frunk in the Solterra. We've got part of our electric drive unit, and then we have a power distributor and our 12-volt accessory battery under there. So no storage there, which is unfortunate, but because of the all-wheel drive system and the way they've laid it out, it makes sense. We've got our air conditioning coolant, we've got our traction battery coolant. It's really easy. There's not a lot for the average consumer to touch under here, except for, you know, your washer fluid. And I just like to drop it. I don't like to push down on them. It feels like, to me, like I'm gonna break it if I do that. On the inside, we have our auto high beams. You can disable that if you don't like it, but auto high beams are great in my opinion. This is definitely a little different. You get kind of the steering yoke, the rectangular steering wheel, and part of that is because with the old circular one, looking over at your gauges, because that's what they want this kind of in your lap, it obscured it. But we also have the driver focus system to tell you if you're paying attention, if you're distracted or drowsy. Steering wheel is, of course, tilt and telescopic, so depending how you like to sit, you can adjust it perfectly. Headlights are on the left-hand side here, along with your turn signals. Wipers are on the right-hand side. Pull and hold towards yourself to get washer fluid. And then on the left-hand side, we have our voice controls. We've got our volume. We have the ability to navigate menus. We can pull up menus, and we can answer phone calls. Right-hand side of the steering wheel, we have our lane centering, our adaptive cruise, which won't work because I'm not in drive and I don't have my seatbelt on. That is something with the electrics that I'm not a huge fan of. Even to check some settings, sometimes I have to have my belt on. Distance change for adaptive cruise, ability to navigate through some options, and then mode. And that'll be your radio, your infotainment, essentially. Now, up top here, we've got our gauges, which are really nice. Easy to read. Obviously not with the sun on it, and the camera's not doing a very good job of picking that up in the current sun. But I've got my battery percentage in the bottom right. I've got my estimated distance to empty or need to recharge at 114K. And then you've got that blue light right there. That's your battery. So I'm down to 32%. This does need a charge. You can see lane centering's active, pedestrian detection's active, lane sway's active. Very easy to use. Very easy to deactivate it when you're in drive as well. Now the menus I was talking about, we press this button here, brings up this no message, and then I use those arrows just below it. And I've got several different options. I can go through and change meter settings, vehicle settings. You can track your economy, what you're listening to, cruise, your power consumption, I shouldn't say economy. So right now, obviously, I'm not getting very good economy at 20.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers because I'm sitting here not really using it. But there are a lot more menus you can go through and things you can customize in there. I am going to make a video going through those at some point. And actually, something to mention for the 24 Solterras in Canada, no TPMS. The 23s had it. They had their own separate screen. There is an addendum in the owner's manuals for the 24s. No TPMS here in Canada. Some people are happy. Some people wish they had it. I'm actually a little shocked that they removed it myself. We've got these paddles on the back of the steering wheel, and that is to change our level of regenerative braking. So the regenerative braking is going to help you conserve charge. So essentially, downshift increases the aggressiveness, upshift is going to decrease it. Now, the meter for that, you can see right next to that D for drive, I've got those 4 vertical arrows in gray. Now I'm going to tap the left paddle, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. And when you put on level 4, S pedal drive, the most aggressive level of regenerative braking comes on, and that's kind of like video game driving. And I just tap the right paddle there. So very handy. It is something to experience. I do recommend, if you're inquiring about one, have your salesperson demo it for you. Let them show you how it works, and then you can experience it yourself. It's pretty cool. Since we're looking up here, you may have noticed we have a carpeted dash, which is definitely a little bit different. You still have your airbags out of your dash and stuff, but it's definitely a different texture. It feels different. It's to help with sound deadening and overall aesthetics. Now, something to note, we do not have a glove box. That's where part of our heating system is back there. So they have made other storage elsewhere in the Solterra, which I'll show you. We get the smaller display in the entry-level Solterra, and it's easy to navigate through. It is touchscreen. We have a volume knob. You can do a lot from the voice commands. You can change your temperature and everything, but we've got music, hook up your phone to Bluetooth. Vehicle, you can set a charging schedule, so if you're somewhere where power prices vary depending upon the time of day, you can have it charged during off-peak hours, save yourself some money. Very, very handy. You set up your own driver profile. There's lots to do in here. And of course, when you put it in reverse, backup camera pops up. You can change the view of the camera. You can change the lines depending what you want to look at. And of course, you have the sensors, and they're going to start beeping at you when you get close. And that amazing ding, that's when you're in reverse. That's just so you know. Below, we have our kind of our climate. There are a couple other things in there, but we've got our climate controls. It is dual zone, and it ranges from 15 all the way up. I believe it's 29.5. 29.5 is max. Easy to sync it back to just driver controlled. You've got your fan strength, which is still a physical toggle, and direction of airflow. Now we can set the climate to eco. It's going to reduce the amount of power, but it's also going to help conserve your charge, your range. We could turn off the fan. We've got our heated mirrors and back window, just front defrost. We've got front heated wipers, recirculate for AC. We can turn off climate to the second row. So if you don't have passengers or you don't have anything back there that needs to be heated or cooled, turn it off. You help conserve charge. And then we have auto heated seats. So it's going to take the ambient temperature and it's going to turn on the heater based on that. Now, you can turn it on manual, high, medium, low, or off, but auto seems to work very well. Of course, your mileage is going to vary depending on what you're looking for. We have our four-ways, got our power switch. We have our drive selector. Now, this is a little bit different, and it kind of throws people off when they first get in, coming out of a traditional ICE vehicle. We push down and we're in neutral. We twist to the left towards the driver. That's in reverse. Every time you push down, puts it in neutral. It does say N for neutral up there. Twist to the right and we're in drive, and it does say D for drive up there. Park, you just push park. Very easy. When you do that, the parking brake automatically engages on the right-hand side there. You can turn it on manually. We have auto vehicle hold, and we have S pedal driving. So S pedal driving is kind of like video game driving. Your foot's on the accelerator, you're accelerating or maintaining speed depending how hard you are into it. You take your foot off the accelerator, you're gonna slow down. And that's where the regenerative braking's coming in. Brake holder is for when you come to a stop, holds the brake for you. Your foot's not gonna get sore sitting on the brake pedal. Or if you have a leg injury or an ankle or a knee injury, something like that, that can be beneficial. I've had several people reach out to me telling me that's what they like about it. Right-hand side, we have drive modes. So there's 3 different drive modes. We've got normal, we have eco, and then we have power. And each time I press that, it displays up top. You can see it says power there, it says eco, and that's normal. When nothing's under your digital speedometer, you're in normal mode. Power, you're gonna go faster sooner, you consume more battery. Eco, you're gonna save more, go further. You don't get all of your power all at once, but it works very, very well. And then I really like that they've included X mode as standard on the entry-level Solterra. So X mode is like 4 low in a pickup. It's for rough stuff below 40 kilometers an hour. To the right of that, we have what they call grip control, which is off-road cruise control. So you can set it in increments of 2 kilometers an hour to 10 kilometers an hour. Great if you're going up something bumpy and your foot's gonna be bouncing off the accelerator, giving you sudden bursts of power. But when I turn on X mode, I have to turn off S pedal drive because you can only use it under certain conditions. But if I press X mode, you get snow and dirt, and then I press it again. Deep snow and mud mode turns off collision, like forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, and on the right, traction control. So it allows for excess wheel spin to chew you out. Press it again, I go back to normal. I do have the ability to just turn off traction control, should I wish. And then we have a little phone storage area, USB there. In the higher end models, this is a wireless charger, not the case in the entry level. We've got some really deep cup holders down there, a little bit of storage there, and then soft touch armrest that you can actually move forward. So if you're a shorter leg driver and you need to sit closer to the steering wheel, you can still take advantage of this. It does also help hide things if you have something tucked in there. And then you can open this and we've got some storage. This tray comes out and there's even deeper storage. So I have quite a few people put their insurance papers, any important documents that they need to keep in their car down there, because for the first little bit, I didn't know that it had that. We also have storage underneath the center console. And that's where the owner's manuals come from factory, right there. There's a 12-volt outlet. We've got 2 USBs, and we do also have a little bit of storage up in here. But it's a decent amount of storage. That's where they come from factory. It's cool, kind of make some more space since we don't have a glove box, which is something to get used to for sure. Now, up top, we have my favorite feature ever in any vehicle, auto-dimming rear view mirror. It's the best thing ever. You don't have to worry about someone having their high beams on, it just dims. It's great. Up top, we have SOS. So you pull that down when the vehicle's registered your name, press SOS, they'll get you in contact with the proper people, first responders. We've got our LED map lights, turn on sides, set to door. We've got the slide across mirror, vanity mirror with an LED. As soon as I slide it, shuts off. These do extend to the side and you do have an extender, and that is on both the driver and the passenger sun visors, which is really nice. Now, something I didn't point out, we have blind spot detection. So you can kind of see the image right there. I'm actually gonna shut off and you can see, there you go. It's illuminating, letting me know that car was driving ridiculously close between me and the other cars there. But we have the same thing on the driver's side there, and it'll illuminate orange on the corresponding side when someone's in your blind spot, or when you turn it on just to let you know the system's active. That is a quick look at the 2024 Subaru Solterra base in the Galactic Black. This is the second year of Subaru's first full electric vehicle, all-wheel drive, absolutely fantastic, great to drive, great for a daily driver if you're not driving more than 180 kilometers. That's about half the range of these. These are rated for 360 kilometers in range. You've got 8.2 inches of minimum ground clearance. And of course, Subaru's full-time symmetrical legendary all-wheel drive. So thank you for sticking with me for the walkthrough of the 24 Solterra base. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. If you guys have any questions about this car behind me, any of the tech in it, any information about that you want to know, put it in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. If I don't have the answer for a question, I love looking to find it. Again, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk soon.